actual work of it, I feel, has been undervalued. And I think a lot of the times it's very flippant that a woman is pregnant. And so I think if more of us speak up about how challenging it is, how hard it can be to be pregnant and still do all of the other things that we do, we'll be feeling a bit less alone about it. I just wanted to put that out there because I think a lot of the times it's almost like it doesn't matter what you say. People always kind of take it in the sense of like, if you don't like this one aspect of motherhood, you hate all of motherhood. And that's not the case at all. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. As always, please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell below, and follow me on my social media platforms. My Insta fam and my Instagram and everything is very up to date, very engaged. I'm always like DMing and like replying to comments and things like that. I'm always on Instagram, so go ahead and check me out there. So I just wanted to do like a quick video chatting about recapping the pregnancy so far and how it's been. If you've been following me for a while, you would know by now that pregnancy and we're not exactly friends. I can be very honest with that. Now, I wasn't obviously the first time I became a mom because, you know, it was like, who says that? And if you haven't been following me for a while, you might be thinking like, who says that? Like, you're not supposed to say those things. Me, I say those things. I'm very passionate about being honest about the whole picture of motherhood. Yes, it is beautiful. Yes, it is amazing. It is definitely a blessing. I think it's just important to be able to say outwardly and to share with other women that, you know, it's not all rainbows and unicorns all the time, you know. There's so much sort of weight on women and expectations to be put on women to not admit to the hard parts, not admit to the parts that they don't necessarily enjoy. And also, I just want to just say that just because I don't necessarily enjoy the journey of pregnancy, because it's hard, okay? It's really not that easy for a lot of women. We just haven't really been able to say that like traditionally because it comes across as you're being ungrateful. It's like I'm personally, I can speak for myself to say that I'm very grateful that I'm able to carry children. It's not lost on me that there are women out there who can't, and I'm very grateful for that ability. But the actual work of it, I feel, has been undervalued. And I think a lot of the times it's very flippant that a woman is pregnant. And so I think if more of us speak up about how challenging it is, how hard it can be to be pregnant and still do all of the other things that we have to do in life as women, as mothers, we'll be feeling a bit less alone about it. And also hopefully get a bit more empathy and compassion from other people in our lives, in society in general. It's not always easy. I don't find it easy. I know some women have it easier. I know some women have it harder. But having said that, I do speak more about this very candidly in one of my previous videos. I just wanted to put that out there because I think a lot of the times it's almost like it doesn't matter what you say. People always kind of take it in the sense of like, if you don't like this one aspect of motherhood, you hate all of motherhood. And that's not the case at all. My first trimester, honestly, was the worst of my three. I was so sick. I couldn't keep like much of anything down. If I wasn't puking, I was like trying not to puke. Like that was where my mental energy was. Like the whole time I'm just trying really hard not to puke right now, you know. And you know, I recently spoke about this on my Instagram. That first trimester for a lot of women, and myself included, can be so lonely because there is this almost like unspoken, unwritten rule where it's like, you don't tell people that you're pregnant in the first trimester because obviously, you know, that's a very sensitive time. It's a very like particular time. And unfortunately, the likelihood of the pregnancy ending is very high in those first 12 weeks. So a lot of women don't say anything until the pregnancy is a bit more established, when we're in the so-called safe zone of being in the second trimester. So with Kaya's pregnancy, I really didn't tell it. Like I told my mom and my sisters, you know, like one of my sisters, I think. And that was it. I didn't tell any friends. I didn't like nothing. And then with Kenzo's, I told like maybe one or two. And then with this pregnancy, I just told all my closest friends. I told my mom, Ken's mom. The moms always know first. So we told them and everything. It was really hard for me to carry on with what I was trying to do and get the support that I needed if I wasn't open about the fact that, look, I am pregnant and I'm really struggling physically. I'm exhausted all the time. I'm not coping with, like, you know, the normal responsibilities, especially the mom responsibilities. That was really hard for me because Kai, obviously, like, he didn't know at the time that I was pregnant. And even if he did, he's 5 years old. He doesn't understand. And so he was always like looking at me like, Mommy, why are you always sick? Why are you always tired? Why are you know, he was just like, didn't get it. That was basically my first trimester. I started feeling a lot of things I didn't feel like, and even currently, I'm currently in my second trimester now, but my boobs, for example, are so painful. I think they're huge. They're not necessarily massive, but stuff that didn't happen in the previous pregnancies are happening now. So I'm definitely feeling like, this third one, I'm feeling heavy AF. People are telling me like, oh, you carry so beautifully. I'm like, I feel like a whale. And I'm only 5 months. I'm 5 months along. It's just been quite a whirlwind. And I think that's the thing. If it's a surprise pregnancy, it's like, I'm surprised that I'm pregnant. And then also my body was already doing its thing. Like, I was actually technically showing before I even found out I was pregnant. I honestly thought I was just gaining weight. I was really like, I was going through, I thought it was really like, oh my God, am I losing my mind? What's happening? Like, I'm actually gaining weight and I'm getting bigger, but I'm not doing anything different. Like, what's actually happening? Yeah, so there's quite a few differences that I've definitely noticed between this pregnancy and like my previous pregnancy. And that's something I guess everybody always says, you know, like, no pregnancy is the same and all of that. So I can do like a separate video on that. Let me know if you're keen to know if you are a new mom or if you are a mom, like a veteran mom or whatever, but you want to know how, you know, the third one might be different. If you have any questions specifically about a third pregnancy, let me know in the comments below. Drop your question or your experience as well. You know, are you a second or third time mom? Were all of your pregnancies pretty much the same, or did you notice like a difference between them? I think I'm definitely going to do that as something to just compare, you know, like the differences between the pregnancies so far. But all in all, I'm feeling good. I'm in the second trimester now. I am 5 months along, you know, so I am achy and stuff like that, but I'm so grateful that the whole morning sickness and everything actually ended, because shame, there are a lot of women who, even if they're in the second, third trimester, they still get morning sickness, and I ache for them because it's hard. It's really hard, and it takes so much out of you. With all of my pregnancies, I had morning sickness. But while you're in it, you're just like, I just want to cross that, you know, that line. I want to just get into the second trimester officially. Yeah, so that's what happened in that first trimester and all of that. So yeah, I am more than halfway through my pregnancy now. I'm very, very excited. I am, you know, as much as it came as a surprise and I had to rejig a lot of things, and we had to rejig a lot of things in our lives, we're at that place where we're just like, okay, we've finally got our heads around it, and we're excited about this new person that's going to be in the family. There's obviously a lot of stuff that we still need to do around the house, and, you know, well, like prepping it for another baby and all of that. I know it's going to be loud, it's going to be hectic and stuff, and like, parents of 3 have given us advice and tips and like heads up and all of that. For me, I always am just so looking forward to meeting my child. Like, I know I've probably said this in so many other videos, but it really is like, honestly, the most amazing experience ever. It tops everything that I have gone through, and I've had some really great life experiences and all of that, but meeting my children is always like, wow. And so for me, I'm just so excited for that. You know, when I look at Kai and Kenzo, they're at that stage, by the way, where they're squabbling about everything, but it's just so, I get this, I don't know what it is. Like, it's really difficult to explain, but if you are a parent, you know what I'm talking about when you look at your kids, and they're their own little people and personalities, and they you know, speak to each other, and they communicate, and they connect, and they disconnect, and they're just little humans. And it's like, wow, I made that. Like, there's just something so magical about it. And like I said, you know, meeting my kids, I'm just like, wow, like, what an honor, what a privilege, and I'm really, really excited about that. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Yeah, just a recap of my third pregnancy. Thank you so much for watching. Please share this with a mama in your life who you think might be interested. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let me know, are you currently pregnant? If you are, which baby are you on? Did you just recently have a baby? I'd love to know. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell below, follow me on my social media platforms, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.